Hi guys! In this video I will be talking about life with tongue piercings. So yeah, I have two tongue piercings. They are known solely as venom piercings. I've never seen them known as anything else ever before, so for the sake of this video I'm going to be calling them venom piercings. Life with venoms, it's alright. If I'm honest, most people don't even notice them. You know, I mean, like, if you're thinking about getting venom piercings and you're worried about sort of like job interviews or like if we'll be allowed tongue piercings in the place where you work, most of the time people don't even notice them. Most people don't even know I have them unless I like show them specifically. Getting them pierced, I did pierce them myself, which is something I really don't recommend. You know, I was silly. I wanted to be a piercer, so I thought I'd practice on myself, and I didn't have a lot of money then, and so I just bought a cheap needle and some tongue clamps online and just did it myself, which is why they do look at first glance a bit wonky. Like, if you were to look at them like that, they look like they're a bit sort of not straight, but if I stick my tongue out like all the way, they look straight, because that's how I was when I was piercing them. So that's how I marked it up. One of the things that most people are concerned about when getting tongue piercings is the damage that they do to your teeth. Now, you've heard all about like sort of gum erosion and chipped teeth, and I have spoken to a dentist about this. I have chipped teeth. You know, there has been times where I have where I've just bitten into something and I have bitten on my tongue bars and I have chipped a few teeth. Nothing noticeable, but I have chipped teeth. But I have spoken to a dentist about this, and he says that it's not actually the tongue piercings that cause gum erosion. That's something completely separate. But he does say that he does see lots of his patients who have chipped teeth due to tongue piercings. So that is something to keep in mind. If you want to get tongue piercings, just be aware of the fact that you are more than likely going to chip some teeth. When it comes to like eating, I can eat perfectly normal. There is absolutely nothing I cannot eat. I mean, like, some things, I do get a few things that are like get trapped around the buzz. I remember at the time when it was healing, my sister made me some chicken soup, and it was kind of like really stringy, and like the stringy sort of bits kept getting like stuck between like my tongue bars. But I mean, now I don't really get anything. The only time that's kind of like, it's sort of fun when I'm like licking ice cream, or there's like a mark where like the two venom piercings go down. So yeah, so it doesn't stop me from eating, doesn't stop me from anything like that. When it comes to healing, I do actually have a video where I followed the healing journey of my tongue piercings. I will leave a link in the description, or if I still can, I'm not sure if YouTube will let me do this now, I'll leave a link there. They do swell. The tongue swells up a lot, and you can't talk properly, you can't eat properly. It is a disruption to like everyday life. At the time I was working in like a retail job where I was talking to people all the time, so that is also something else to consider. It took about 2 weeks for me to like talk normally again and to just eat properly again. So the healing journey, it's very annoying, but it's definitely the most annoying healing process of any piercing I've ever had. So that is something to keep in mind. If you do want tongue piercings, remember that, to prepare for the swollen tongue and the not being able to talk or do much properly. Another thing that lots of people are concerned about is speech. Now, I don't think my speech has changed since having my tongue bars, but it's something that, you know, it's not easy to judge, not easy to sort of like compare. So what I'm going to do for the sake of this video is I'm talking now with my tongue piercings in. I'm going to take them out now, and you can tell me if I sound any different. Yes, I've changed angles just so I could put my phone up on my dresser. Okay, so tongue piercings in. Tongue piercings out. Fucking hell, that feels weird. Blah. Oh God, my tongue's so naked. So, do I sound any different? I don't think I do personally. Sorry, my phone died. I'm going to have to do the rest like this, I'm afraid. One thing I will recommend is if you're going to get tongue piercings is to make sure that you have little balls to put actually on the bars. Because one thing I have noticed is if I've got like long bars or big balls, that does actually affect my speech. It makes me feel a bit, it makes me sound a bit sort of lispy, I suppose. So yeah, I did have like really long bars at one point, which were made of rubber, so I could like lessen the risk of me actually crunching down on them. But I just found that they gave me a really funny sort of speechy lispy thing. So I've got like plastic bars in, but the balls themselves are made of titanium. So if you try and stitch like that size, I find that that's most comfortable, because I did used to have these balls that were like eyeballs. They looked awesome, don't get me wrong, but I just found they rubbed on the roof of my mouth and they were like really uncomfortable. And I just find with these balls you can't really go wrong because they're black, and you can't ever go wrong with black. So I'd say that is pretty much it. I mean, if you do have any questions regarding, you know, tongue piercings, not just venom piercings, like tongue piercings in general, I will see what I can do about answering any questions. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will be making videos soon. I've actually got a healing tattoo at the moment, which is going to take several sessions, which I'm documenting, and I'm also documenting the healing process. So keep an eye out for that video. All right, see you soon. Bye.